Greetings and welcome back, one and all. Welcome back to Project Highrise and, of course, to Lake Point Tower, where we are now on the upper levels. Our tower is starting to taper. It's probably going to go up several levels before we start to taper any further, though. Now, we need to increase our population quite drastically as it happens. We want luxury 2-bed apartments if we can get them. Wow, really? Allocate space for a duplex 2-bedroom apartment. That sounds like it would be very expensive. I can only imagine a duplex 2-bed is going to need like a lot of stuff, but let's just quickly check it out. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of stuff for that. So we're going to get rid of that one. And go ahead and add in, let's see. Well, we could go for the larges over here, and you know what? We may as well. We might as well just go ahead and use the rooms that we have available to us. We can have some regular 2-bed apartments there as well. We will go ahead and we'll have some nice little arty areas there. Now, of course, for these, if we want them to be fancy, we'd need tailor services and personal training services. They're going to be a little bit hard to get. We're going to have to put those on a higher floor. So for now, these are just going to be large ones. We're going to need electricity and water for these. Let's pop these in here. And over here, unfortunately, we're going to have to run everything over here. And that was perhaps a bit of a mistake. I should have done it much like there. That way I could cut out the amount of cabling I would have to run all the way over here. But oh well. It's a bit late now, and I like the variety regardless, so there we are. Just run these across. And we need some water. And of course, after that, we also need some gas. And I'll take it off pause now because I should be able to finish these before the first tenants move in. Right, there we go. I would like a little bit of a nice art. Let's go for this, and then that. There we go. That'll be lovely. Oh, you do not have any water. My bad, I forgot. I need to give you water. There you go. You should be happy with that. Now that'll bring us in a couple more tenants. Let's head on all the way back down. We've got a lot of money. We could go ahead and put in some gigantic art there. And you know what? We're going to. Because I want to bring in all of the art. Oh my lord. Good lord, this place is filthy. We need more things done, please. All the retail, all the restaurants. And then 26 tenants. Yikes. We're going to need to get you out there come the morrow. But the morrow is almost here, so it should be okay. Right. There we go. We need you out there cleaning all of the tenants' rooms because that is just so bad. So bad. Right, okay. We're getting issues with the home cleaners. That is unfortunate. Alright. Well, we're going to need some more then. Apparently, dog keeping services also need. We cannot fit in. Well, drat, damn, and blast. That is going to be awkward. But we've got 1, 2. We need another 3 floors here. So let's draw these out. And then get the newest floor, which will have some more services up there. And continue this all the way up. There we go. And this as well. And this. Oh, there we are. Right. Now, what I guess we'll have over there is some service that's fairly small, all things considered, and doesn't need to take up an enormous amount of room. That should be fine. For example, we could have the plumbers or even the handyman there. Do they make not much noise? Yeah, they do a little bit, unfortunately. Interestingly, that doesn't produce any noise. That I am surprised with. Quite surprised with, actually. Quite surprised with. Right. Oh, of course, I have not prepared this floor correctly. We need to draw this out and then get trash collection over here. There we go. And hopefully that will get done fairly quickly. But let's go and have a look at the satisfaction. What's wrong there? The rent is too high, but generally you're still satisfied. There's none of my tenants are particularly dissatisfied, which is always a good thing to see. Now, we're going to want to continue expanding out our tenancies around here, but that's going to take a fair bit of time. That is not something we're going to be able to do easily. But we want to get a lot more population before we really do anything more with our commercial, because we just don't have the population to support it. But the amount of people we're bringing in as visitors who are then going there, that's pretty nice. We were up to 80 visitors at one point. That was very, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Now let's go and have a look at this. What do we need? We need a plumber. We need dog walker, housekeeping. Anything else? Well, a plumber might be alright. I mean, I could just have the plumber down here though. And I'm tempted. That being said, we're not going to be able to use that space for anything else, so I might as well pop a plumber right by there. And hope to goodness that it's not too noisy. Right, we're going to create a nice little area back there. We're also going to need to run electricity over to the plumber. There we go. Now, hopefully, there is noisy too noisy. That's a shame. But generally, they're fairly happy, so I'm just going to leave that as is. We're not going to take that away. I will, however, give them a water... Ooh, I will give them a water cooler just in a moment. And a little place for them to sit down and just enjoy themselves. There you go. Right, okay, we're up onto this floor. That is fantastic. We are going to require the rubbish to be collected. So, trash collection right there, along with recycling. And then at last, we can add in the housekeeping services. We'll just pop that right about there. And we're going to need to give them telephone, phone line, and water, of course. And we're good. That should help out a reasonable amount, actually. Right, we're not that far off getting this particular achievement. I do wish there was a way for me to rapidly go back down to the lobby, because I really need to be able to just swoop down there and get all of the handymen out there fixing my various dilapidated tenancies. It's not good. It's not good as a landlord to have so many places in need of renovation at the same time. Oh well. Right, so next up we're going to be continuing with our extremely large bedrooms. And of course these as well. And this should actually bring us a fair old way to our goal for the 150. We need trash. There we are. Let's pop those down, and this, and then of course we can start work on running all the power out and all of the utilities across. We shouldn't have to worry too much about these being set up. In fact, we don't have to worry. Oh wait, no. I was getting a bit ahead of myself there. We want to run these only in this direction. Eventually these ones will be replaced with deluxes, or rather fancy ones, once we have the ability to. We're going to need water over there as well, since I'm already running the lines across these apartments, so it makes sense to have those be the first ones that I upgrade. And finally gas as well. There we go. Sorted. Now then, let's go for just regular larges for now. We'll go for the especially fancy ones last. However, these ones get luxury, and they're going to get some lovely art as well. There we go. And I'll just pop that one in there too. Let's have a quick look. I think you're not going to get art on that one, just because I think it's important to have a bit of individuality there. Ooh, I haven't got water in these ones. Drat, I keep forgetting about that. Keep forgetting that people need water to survive. My lord. No, wait, I did give you water. Ah. That is a problem with my supply, not with my piping. I mean, I hadn't given water to some of them, but it was more a problem with my supply. Right, so water is moving down here then. Let's get a whole another big old water pump right about there. and hook that up. There we go. Perfect. That should be okay. We're down to 55%, 72% there, 50%, 46%. We are fine on our utilities for a little while. I mean, I keep saying that and they keep sneaking up on me. But hopefully we'll be able to keep things going. And 8 more tenants need to get some maintenance done or renovations done on their properties. Okay, now, until this one starts getting too many calls, then generally speaking, we should be okay. There's a bit of an awkward one that, but I think it's time for us to move on to the next level of our tower. Now, this one I'm actually favoring the idea of getting proper fancy 2 beds. Now, that one is going to require that I add in a couple of new services. So I'm going to wait for all of this to be built first. Then we're going to check again what services exactly I'm going to require. And then we're going to build those before we build in the 2 beds. It'll take a little while, but it'll be worth it. I noticed that every now and then these places get something just a little bit different. For example, these are exactly the same setups, but they've got very different setups. Like they've got smoking ashtrays, drink, a couple of posters on the walls. Are they happy? I mean, they are kind of happy actually. So I'm not sure. I was wondering if maybe there was an indication of their overall satisfaction, perhaps, but doesn't seem to be. Right. Well, we want large 2 beds right there, and we want to know what a fancy one would need. Expects a tailor and a personal training service. Okay, well, let's have a quick gander of what we're going to need for those. So we're going to need a tailoring service. It's not too much room, okay. And that requires a phone line and electricity, I believe. Tailoring service, phone line and electricity, and a personal trainer needs water. So that one should be the one that is closest. So we'll pop the personal trainer there, and then the tailor on the other side. Right about there, I think. We'll have some nice stuff in between. And they're still saying that house cleaning is an issue. Can we fit another one in there? Alas, we cannot. I'm not sure what we're going to put in there. It's probably going to be a little plumber or something similar. But for the time being, we're going to just let that build up. And we're going to go ahead, get another of you right there. And we're obviously going to need to run across requirements. So water for you, electricity then, and a phone line as well. There we go, and I think that's it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Right, we now want... I'm actually going to go see how many studio apartments. We could actually get 2 studio apartments here. And I think I will. I think I will have 2 deluxe studio apartments there. So we're going to go with luxury studio apartments on each of these. A fancy 2-bed and a fancy 2-bed there as well. Now I'm going to need to run these all with electricity. Cable television, I imagine, is going to be required by all of them, but I can't tell you with any great certainty. I should have checked that out. I read it and then I go away from it, and immediately I forget everything. It's very frustrating, you know. As much for you as it is for me, I'm sure. Right, well, we're going to need gas over here no matter what, and then water as well. Of course, we're going to need water in these, again, no matter what, so I'll run that, and we'll just see if this one needs gas. Yes, it needs gas. Right, there you go. Now, let's have a proper look at these then. How are these different? Some more art. They've got an open plan kitchen lounge area. They've got a very, very swanky bedroom. 2 reasonably swanky bedrooms, honestly. I must confess, I like the look of those bedrooms. Right, well, over here we're going to have, I'm thinking, glass. Yes, glass there, and we'll have a bit of art in there. But this one is going to be a medium piece of art. Oh, maybe it's not, actually. No, I don't like that. Not at all. Right, then you can have that, and then you can have 2 indoor plants either side. There you go. Over here, we'll just paint this one out. This can be just somewhere for our cleaning staff to go relax at whilst they're off the clock. So there we go. We'll pop in a water cooler, a clock, and then some seating as well, so they can just relax there for a bit. Now we are going to need to rush on down and set up... Ooh, dear me. What's wrong with this art gallery? Can't tell why they're unhappy. I really cannot tell why they're unhappy there. Have we run out of anything important? I don't think we have. No, we've got plenty of that. Alright, well, head out there, renovate a bunch of stuff for me, please. That does worry me, though. You know what we can do, though? We can add a little bit of art. I know, I've got a problem. I'm addicted to giving art to my tower. But I like it so much. It makes me feel happy. Everything seems to be doing okay. Yeah, I like having these little bits of art here and there. I do wish the plants had more of an effect than they appear to. I think it would be nice, but oh well. Right, so I'm thinking we're going to want a couple more floors. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that would be... Oh, there we go! Residence and retail. Congratulations, you've already achieved the scenario goal. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we've got 4,000 for accelerated apartments. Awesome. Let's just run that up there. I wasn't expecting that to just sneak up on me like that. Very glad that it did, though. And run these skyward as well. We then want to add in some more trash collection. And, of course, recycling collection as well. Okay. Right, now I could go ahead and replace these with the fancy ones. But you know what? I'm not going to. I think we're going to leave that as is. We're making 25 grand per day. That is, frankly, ridiculous. And we've got nothing to spend our influence on. And, I mean, our buzz, we're going to be spending a fair bit on that, actually. In fact, the amount of buzz we're going to spend, let's go ahead and add an extra floor and just get everything ready, because I am going to go ahead and build in all of the apartments at once and try to get them all filled at the same time. That would actually be pretty cool. We're only going to be going with these 5 here, though, and then I'm going to change the design for the next couple of floors, I think. Yeah. I think that would be a wise idea. And then we'll have another lobby area where we can add in some more services. We definitely need more home cleaners. It seems that that's going to be a big problem for quite some time, actually. Yeah, we are definitely in need of more of those. Apparently, we are also in need of more handymen. Very well. That's actually kind of a good thing, I'll be honest with you. Let's go ahead and grab this. We want handyman services, because it means that I can make use of this space that I only just set up. Damn it! Well, sorry. Time has come. The walrus said, to speak of many things. We need to add in the handyman services right about there. Donk! And what are you going to require? You're going to require at least electricity. And that is apparently all you're requiring. Okay, well, I'm fine with that. Okay, so we want to continue this design onto these floors. Pop these in. Now we want to spend the buzz right before we actually designate these to have the various building types set in them. Some more studio apartments. Lovely high super luxury studio apartments. And we then want electricity. Now the problem is that I am actually setting up a lot of properties at once. And that's always a bit of a danger zone, honestly, because I could easily miscalculate how much room for expansion I have. At this stage, granted, I'm not really having to worry about that, because realistically, I've got enough money to expand my services as however much I might need it. I think the most expensive is 17,000, though that being said, we're not actually far off that mark, so might be worth double check. Ah, there we go, never mind, we're fine. We've got enough money now. So at this point, it is more or less just a race to try and fill up all of the apartments that we can, whilst maintaining the quality of the tower and preventing it from just having effectively a tantrum spiral of tenants moving out. Right, we want to spend some of this buzz. Oh my lord, we need more. How much more do we need? We need a lot more too. Wow, rent roundup is what I'm looking for. That's quite a pain. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm going to fill the apartments eventually regardless, but damn. Okay, well, I guess I needed to pay a little bit more attention to that. Living large, we can grab this one. Needs to combat the attraction of a large house in the suburbs. The city would like you to build some large luxury 2-bedroom apartments or maximize residents. The Department of Housing is suitably impressed by your work so far at attracting tax-paying residents to your building. It's really kicking off a real estate boom in the neighborhood. If you can keep going, it would really help them out. Have 250 residents. They will give me a lot of influence and prestige, which I just don't need, but I'll take it. And I will also take this one, Living Large. Now, that one's actually interesting because Living Large requires duplex apartments, and I wouldn't mind doing those on the next couple of floors as it happens. So, sure, we're going to get fancy apartments here all the way up. And then we're going to be going over to duplex apartments on the upper levels and luxury studio apartments here too. There we go. And we're good. We should be able to get a lot of people moving in all at once. Now, I do need to double check and make sure that no one runs out of power or water or any of the other necessities, because I've just built so many different areas all at once. But we only actually need 4 duplex apartments. That's actually not too bad. I mean, mind you, they take a lot of room. We've got a lot of room. We could easily accommodate 4. Quite easily, in fact, on the next 4 levels, which is before our next lobby area. Alright, no, that's good. That's very good. Our daily income is 26,000. At this point, we are probably not going to have any money issues for the rest of the playthrough, I imagine. That being said, maybe some of these things are ridiculously expensive, but I can't imagine how expensive they'd have to be in order to challenge our income right now. Right, we are doing 88% on electricity. That's actually a lot more than I was expecting. 66% on water, 70% on cable, 59% on gas. We're not going to have any issue with that, realistically speaking. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build this out just in case anyway. And then we're going to fill this in there. Let's have a look at our services. What are we missing? We're missing handyman services, dog walking services. Sure, I'll put an extra dog walking service down there. We are also going to get an extra handyman service right there. Sure, that'll fit in there, so I may as well. It's a very small spot, so there's probably going to be very few things that can actually fit there. A daycare center. Ah, now that is not going in the basement. No, 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 no. I know some of you have actually flat out asked that I stick the babies in the basement. No! You scoundrels, you. My lord. It's far, far too little coffee in my life right now for me to do that. There we go. Right, how's everything going there? We may actually want to start looking at... Oh, yeah, there's some good profitability going on here. We may soon start looking at increasing rent again, since we've got so many people going and shopping in those areas. Right, okay, well, we've got a decent bit of rent coming in. 37,000 per day. And we're already 175 tenants. We're probably actually going to be able to hit the rest of our goals fairly quickly. As soon as we hit 200, then we will have completed this goal. And then it's only 300 beyond that, but, I am actually impressed, especially if we're using 2-bedroom apartments, although the duplex ones are a lot of apartment for what we're trying to do. There's a lot of space, basically. We are going to kind of want to maximize tenants per square meter of tower that we're putting them in. If we wanted to do this quickly. But, nah, I'm liking the idea of just getting these large duplex apartments up here. Of course, we are going to need trash collection services. Now, I'm starting to get a little bit paranoid that our trash collection is going to start failing. We've got an awful lot of bins that are needing to be emptied day in, day out, and I'm not at all satisfied that we have the staff to do that. I'm not at all satisfied. I mean, these are emptied right now, but I'm not sure it's going to keep on that way. These, how many have we got? We've got 45 there. We have got 33 here. We're fine. We should be fine for the next 4 levels. I mean, that being said, each of those large, the duplex 2 beds may take multiple units of electricity, multiple units of water, so on and so forth. We are doing alright. We don't really need to do anything there. Yes, I definitely think a quick way of getting down to the lower levels would be fantastic. Because right now, having to just slowly move up and down the tower is actually taking a fair bit of time, honestly. I know that sounds like such a nitpicky thing to be focusing on, but I'm quite, as a Let's Player, I'm aware of what is effectively dead air. And usually when someone says that, they just mean silence. But for me, it's also repetitiveness. Anything that isn't actually visually stimulating. And moving up and down the tower, whilst that's nice on occasion just to kind of get the whole big picture kind of idea of what the tower looks like, doing it too frequently, and that is like more or less every morning, and it becomes, it's not adding anything to the Let's Play in a sense. Now, let's have a look at how we're going to fit these in. We could have one there. Now, what are we going to need? Needs a greater variety of stores that sell fashion accessories and a greater variety of stores that sell clothing and apparel. They also require floral design services and dog sitting services. My lord, they need a lot. Nevertheless, I would like it. They pay 1,215 per day. Okay, well, we need a greater variety of stores that sell fashion accessories and clothing and apparel. So let's go and take care of that, shall we? So we want stores, and yeah, we're going to have a large store. It's going to be right there. And this one's going to be... oh. I guess not. Well, I guess department stores. The New York store, we'll go with this. We'll just have some regular art on that side. That's going to take up 2 rooms or only 1 room in the storage. We've still got 2 rooms there, so we're going to need a reasonable store right there. And this one will be a clothing store. I need to pause time before I do any more. Yeah, we'll go with D King Outlet. And fashion accessories as well. We'll place one right there. This one will be handbags and briefcases. 360. Dennis and Leroy luggage. There we are. We only need electricity for these ones, so let's just run that across. And obviously we only require electricity there and a phone line. There we go. Yes, 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 I know. Calm down. It'll be fine. Right, let's get... I'm thinking we want some nice glass and then capped at either end. There we go. In fact, let's bring that glass all the way out. We will have indoor lighting. Indoor lighting? Indoor plants I was thinking, but lighting is what I wanted. We can then possibly even have some medium art in here. Because, no, of course, it's more of an even number you need for medium. We'll just have these 2 then. There you go. That should cheer you up no end. Rent is lower than expected. You should be. We like there are nice things nearby. Fantastic. Rent is lower than expected. This is good. Now that has used up all of the available space that I had. Is there anything I really want to stick in there? There's not. And yet... I mean... The thing with that large store there is what do you dislike? If I have a quick look, that's handbags and briefcases. What do you dislike? Hates smelly areas, likes high traffic areas. Well, that is a pain. I cannot, it seems, have any small shops just kind of tucked in there, which is a little bit dissatisfying, but alright, we'll go with that then. And this time we are going to have this kind of design here. And sure, we'll go with a piece of artwork in the middle, flanked by fountains is what I would have liked to have said, but no. We're gonna have indoor plants there instead. There we go. And then once again, lighting on the very edges. Lovely. Right, let's go and see if that was enough. Can we now? We can. Ooh. So, we're going to need floral design services and dog sitting services. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to expand this one more level. And we are going to get dog sitting and floral design services up here. It is going to be grand. There we are. And we are going to want the duplex rooms set up like so. How many of these can I have? Oh, very close. Very close. Almost. Actually, we're going to move these ones out a little bit. What I'm going to do is have the extremely nice studio apartments on the edge there. Then the duplexes. And then I'll have one piece of art on each floor here. Just like that. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. I'll have... No, I'll have art on those floors, but not on the middle ones. There we go. That looks nice. Rightio. So, what do we need for dog sitting and floral? Let's see. Floral arrangement services. They require rubbish to be collected. Oh, it's a big setup there. All right. Well, we need it, so they can have it. Let's get this over here. This is where it's going to be much more difficult because I'm having to fit these in very tight spaces at this point. So we need some water, we need some telephone, and we'll need power as well. There we go. Next up, we want dog sitting. Now, the problem with dog sitting... actually, does floral create smells? No. That is good. I was worried it might. Do the handymen actually make noise? Yes, that's unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate, actually. So does the daycare, though. Oh, drat. Oh well. We may be able to fit some things on that side, but I'm a little bit hesitant to do so. We can definitely fit some more apartments here, but these are going to be lower grade ones that don't mind the smell so much. Right, so we want dog sitting, dog walking, dog sitting. There we are. A place for your building's four-legged residents to spend their days while owners bring home the bacon. We're going to need phone, water, and electricity. They expect rubbish to be collected. It's probably going to make noise, but I'm afraid you're just going to have to live with that because I flat out don't have enough room to just constantly pass this sort of thing up. We also need quite a lot of other services. Ugh, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and there's not much I can do about it. So water as well as telephone. There we go. That should be good. Right then. Well, for you, we're going to need everything but phone. Very well. So everything but phone there. And over here, anything that doesn't mind smell. So it's just water and electricity out to the ends. Okay, everything but phone. Same over here. And over here. Again, pretty much the same thing. Unfortunately, because I'm going to be running the cables twice over these areas when I don't need to, but it'll do. It'll be fine. There's not much we can do about it, even if it wouldn't be fine, frankly. Right, so we want electricity all the way out there. All of them need electricity, obviously. All of them need water. That's a given. There we are. And all the way out there. There we go. Water for each. Oops. I'm going to have to pull that one back just slightly. And in fact, I'm going to speed time up just a tad. It's unlikely they're going to get all of these finished and someone in them before I'm done with this. Let's just tidy that up. There we go. Cable television. Damn it. Keep overstepping just by one. There we are. And they're also going to need gas. And then we are good. So let's get the gas in. They are now happy. There we go. Now we can then have a much closer look at what these duplex apartments look like. Oh, there we are. Living large. The reward payment of 10,000 has been wired to your account. Thank goodness. Alright, let's have a quick look at this. Ooh, nice spiral staircase. So they've got a living room, well, a TV sort of lounge, master bedroom, second bedroom, a sort of kind of sitting room, I guess, or a second entertainment room, and a combined kitchen dining room. Very nice indeed. Let's see, are there any more contracts? No. No contracts available at this time. New opportunities may open up later, though. We're actually getting reasonably close to the 250 mark. We're up to 186 residents now. That is fantastic. We're making some excellent progress. Ooh, we are actually low on electricity. That is terrifying to see. Terrifying. Let's go down all the way. Yes, 101. Wow. Well, I kind of anticipated that, which is why I built this floor ready. So there we go. That is now set up. Anything else we're close on? Water's doing alright. Cable is getting there. In fact, it's getting there enough that I'm going to go and just preempt that and pop that in. I'm not going to worry about gas for now because that is just very, very far off being needed. Yeah, 66%. We're not going to worry about that. I'm closer to needing more water than I am more gas. But electricity, even with an extra massive transformer, we've still only pulled it down to 68%. Right, we need more laundromat services, though. That much is clear. So let's go ahead and add in a laundromat. I can put it over there if I particularly want to. Yeah, sure. We'll add that in. Then I need to run the... Oh, damn. I really should have put it on a different level. Because I have to run a brand new line out there. And water, of course. So there we go. And we can add a little bit of distractions for my workers right there. Something for them to just chill out. And next up, we need a new plumber. And, well, still need a new laundromat, apparently. That is not going to happen. Daycare center, personal training services. That you're going to have to wait on that one. I'm really sorry, but that's just the way it's going to be. But sure, we'll get another plumber in there. Then we will add in... let's go for a water cooler. Oops, I have not given you a regular clock. I have not given you power yet. Do apologize. There you go. Right, that should help out a tad. Let's get out there. 27 different places need to be sorted out. Wow. Look at how grimy this place gets. My goodness. My goodness. And I'm letting it get that way. Anything else? Yes, there's a new one, even though I've only just clicked it. We're up to making 43,000 now. And I suspect that the profitability on my areas is pretty good. Well, that's not good. Recycling is at 100%. Okay, we need more recycling collection, simply so we've got more people going out there to collect them, I think. And I was thinking that this might creep up fairly soon. Right, so this is going to be the last thing that we do in this episode. We're just going to get these cleared out and then go for a new recycling collection area. Perfect. All right, what are the things that we need? Another laundromat is still needed. Really? You being honest? I mean, if you're being honest, you're being honest. There's not much we can do about it, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and build one. But damn it, that's annoying. Right, we're going to need water, and we're going to need gas over there. So water as well. And finally the gas. And that's a brand new line for that one. There we are. And you know what? I'm not going to have you be completely without art. Damn it, you're going to get a really nice piece of... Oh, apparently you're not. Apparently no. Apparently no. The game says no. The game says you don't deserve art. You work in the basement. You're basically little worker goblins. Goblins don't get art. This game is horrific. How cruel. Goblins have a well-developed sense of aesthetics, I'm sure. Not that I'm agreeing with the game that you're goblins, you understand? You're clearly humans. Or goblins wearing humans' skin. I may have to think on this. But we have not filled out all of our apartments, and that is something that we definitely need to work on. We're going to need some more housekeeping services, though. That's clearly the case. So we'll get that over there. Run this out along with a telephone line. And was there anything else that we need water there? Yes, we did. Okay, so we'll run that out as well. As for there, well, I'm not sure what we can put in there. For the time being, we're just going to blank it out like so. And then we will have this in there. No, that's the wrong one. We'll have this in there. Over there, we're just going to leave it as is. However, you are actually going to get some nice art. You can have this one right there. And I think just some lighting to illuminate that. Here, though, I think... no. This is probably going to be used for something else. So for the time being, I know I've got enough money that it doesn't really matter. But nevertheless, I'm just going to put a clock in there. And then I'm going to have a nice seat. And then we're going to have some pretty swanky plants either side and small lighting as well. There we go. Alright, so that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed. We have started to expand out. We've even got the largest 2-bedroom apartments. The remaining is the expansive loft apartment, and that is basically a 2-bedroom apartment, but bigger, which we're probably going to start putting up on this level, I imagine. Maybe not on that side, because I would like to pull this in by 2 tiles. And this point, we're going to start tapering it a little more. And in fact, to remind me of this, I'm going to start that now. So this is going to be the new floor. And we are going to have an elevator there. And of course, the wiring and plumbing closets. And that is going to be it from me. So, once again, I hope you've enjoyed and will be joining me for the next. But until then, do take care, everyone.